Hi guys, this is Joe on Chawshank. This is our special guest today, Blaze, and we're going to talk about brain cancer and somebody in particular very nearby that we are helping out as much as we can. But first, this upcoming Saturday we are going to St. Mary's. We are holding a raffle for multiple knives as well as 50% off with the forge, and a lot of the proceeds are going towards her and helping her pay for her surgery. She's very young. She's only 21 or 22 years old. She's early 20s. You don't ask a woman of her age, but she's fighting a brain tumor right now. A malignant, I believe, is the dangerous ones. And either way, she's too young to be having these sort of problems, and we just want her to be able to grow up, grow old, and live her life happily. So we're trying to help her out. So yeah, we'll be in St. Mary's, Ohio this Saturday. We'll have more in the description below on the time and where exactly, because it's a park in St. Mary's. If y'all can make it, all the money from walking in and all the vendors and everything goes towards her and her surgery, as well as an auction, and all the proceeds there go to her surgery. So I'm going to ask what Blaze thinks of her situation and what we're doing to try and help.
Well, you guys already told me earlier about a benefit you guys, like you said, you made the medallions you guys are making with Courtney's name on the front. I'm pretty sure there's a memo on the back. I'm not exactly sure what it says. I do remember reading it earlier. But off the top of my head, I can't think of it. But, like, with the proceeds and everything, just as you said, with you guys and the forge all coming together, we're going to be Hunter and Joe are going to be making knives, putting it in, trying to sell some, put some proceeds towards her, helping her out, and we're going to be there to help actually support her family as well with her, so they can also help support her more, give her some courage, tell her things that are, it's going to be better for her. Cancer is a really bad thing. I had my own grandmother pass away from cancer, and I can certainly say it was not an enjoyable experience, so being there for someone with cancer would be the best idea.
Yeah, we completely agree. Our grandmother's actually fighting with bladder cancer right now. And if you watched our video on the legalization of weed, we did mention her in that video. And also Dick Hall, or Richard Hall, who is a very, very, very close family friend who lives literally within walking distance down the road. And you gotta remember, we're in the country, so walking distance is like quarter mile. But either way. Today we're going to talk about brain cancer a little bit. We're going to talk about Courtney a little bit. And again, if any of you guys can make it out there to help out, please do so. We're trying to help this girl as much as we possibly can. But today we also found some interesting things about a new system to help fight cancer, and it seems to be especially effective with brain tumors. And why don't you give us a quick overview, Blaze, and we'll go into some detail on it.
Alright, what these things are called, they're called nanotech Trojan horses, They target and kill brain cancer cells while they leave normal brain tissue healthy. What they do is they actually, as it says here, they actually insert death genes, is what they just like to call them. I'm sure there's a much more technical term for them, to kill brain cancer cells that surgeons cannot get to. They're called nanoparticles, and they are biodegradable, and they deliver the genes which induce death in cancer cells, but don't affect healthy cells, meaning that you have this cell here, which is a cancer cell, and you have all these other ones around it. Well, what that death gene is going to do is it's going to target that cancer cell like say one magnet would to another. And the nanoparticles are actually being proven as they're heated up to actually not affect normal, healthy brain tissue, but they will actually kill the cancerous cells and thus wiping them out. And it sounds like it's an interesting alternative instead of what people have been thinking of doing, you know, like they're trying to find cures and they're trying to find medicinal properties that'll actually get rid of brain cancer. But it sounds like this is really interesting. I found this earlier and I was honestly interested in it because, as it says here, as from a doctor, in our experiments, our nanoparticles successfully delivered a test gene to brain cancer cells in mice, where it was then turned on, said Jordan Green, assistant professor of biomedical engineering and neurosurgery at the University School of Medicine, in a statement. We now have evidence that these tiny Trojan horses will also be able to carry genes that selectively induce death in cancer cells while leaving healthy cells healthy. They've done tests like, you know, the whole, in the movie, lab rats, mice. They've done the tests on them and it's been successful so far. And also it says here, the treatment is focused on glioblastomas, the most lethal and aggressive form of brain cancer, and has been tested on mice, but not on humans. When they will be testing it on humans is beyond us, but as far as we're concerned, most things that are tested on mice do tend to work on humans because mice, well, they're living mammals just like us. They're living organisms. They aren't insects. They aren't, you know, reptiles. They're mammals. They have hair and things like that. Not much else to say about that one, is there?
Not really.
But yeah, this topic here, killing brain cancer, that could become something huge.
Especially compared to your standard surgeries where they're limited to what they can get to, as well as chemotherapy, which damages all the cells around it. And that is what Courtney has been going through recently. They've been removing as much as they can, but as far as we know, it has not moved internally yet, so they can still get to all of it and remove it regularly. And she's also been going through chemotherapy, which has been causing severe appetite loss as well as terrible migraines and many other health problems that we just don't want to see anybody go through. So we're hoping that this becomes available to really help her out, and even just being able to go in and do surgery to remove it. Anything to help her out is greatly appreciated by not only her family, but by everybody that knows her and people that really care. So, I mean, what do you think of the whole benefit idea?
I think it's a good move towards trying to find out a way, not only just to benefit Courtney, but also to benefit the simple fact that as we move along in time, here at the start we find out about cancer, here at the end is where we help find a cure for cancer. And somewhere we're along this line here, if we base technology along time, and I think that instead of being clear back here and trying to do the surgery, they could go into more advanced properties and find them here. And with that benefit, with each benefit that passes, goes everything like that. And when it comes to the benefit, I would have to say that any benefit is help, even if people say that it isn't. Because even showing care can help someone feel better, regardless on if they have cancer or not.
Can you read that? Bring it closer. Okay. So the whole idea behind this benefit is to help Courtney. The whole idea behind this show was inspired and based to help Courtney, and not only getting her word out there, but also trying to get more people out to see her, and just making people a little more aware of brain cancer. I mean, when people say cancer, the first thing most people think of is breast cancer. It's not the only thing, and cancer does spread throughout the body over time. Now, they haven't confirmed what causes it, but I have come to believe it is caused by stress more than anything. They try and blame tobacco, alcohol, drugs, things of that nature. They try and blame it on things like that. I believe it mainly comes from stress, whether it be in the workplace, at home, just whatever. And honestly, I think if everyone cared a little bit more and relaxed a little bit more, that would really reduce overall health problems across every spectrum. But that's about all the time we have for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Again, if you can make it out, please do so. And yeah, thank you for watching. See us again. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, whatever you feel you need to do.
Real quick, let's get the whole set in here. Let's get the whole crew in here real quick. I want to say one quick thing to everybody. From the entire crew that we have right now, the Tokyo Madness crew, I want to say we send our deepest condolences to the Roby family with all of this, and our deep gratitude to them allowing us to go to this benefit and raffle off this knife and give the proceeds to Courtney. I mean, think about this, guys. This is a serious thing. We've all lost someone to cancer. We've all had cancer in our family, and it hurts everybody equally. And it is such a terrible thing, and it's painful, and it's scary, and that's why we are doing this video today, to inform you guys as to what's going on and show you guys a bit of our life and show that we're not just faces that come in front of these cameras, that we all have lives outside of this, and we all have feelings, and we're all worried. We're all sympathetic and worried for Courtney, that she'll make it through this okay, guys, right? So from Tokyo Madness to the Roby family, we are here for you all 100% no matter what. Right, guys?
As well as Forge Brothers Ironworks and J&S Woodworks.
Yeah. Well, guys, I say we